Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming to our Committee of the Whole, February 5th, 2026. And our agenda is as follows. The invocation will be led by School Board Member Nathan Russ, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by School Board Member, oh, you are, okay. Okay, so Nathan Russ will do the invocation, and Emily Sule will do the Pledge of Allegiance. Can you all please stand?
Thank you. Please bow your head and pray with me. Father God, we are so grateful to you for all the favor and the blessings that you give us, the things that we don't recognize and that we can't see every day. Help us to see those things. Thank you for who you are to us, Lord, and your blessings. I pray that you will help this meeting be fruitful, that you will help us understand what your will is and what is best for the children and the families of our parish. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Mike.
Amen. All right, Madam Secretary, can I have a roll call, please?
District 4, President Stewart.
Present.
District 5, Vice President Lewis. District 1, Mr. Blue.
Here.
District 2, Mr. Lannis. District 3, Ms. Powell Lewis. District 5, Mr. Russ.
Present.
District 7, Mr. Goday.
Here.
District 8, Ms. Sule.
Here.
District 9, Mr. Martin.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, we move to item B, information only, the fiscal transparency report. And then we go to item C, receive as information, school presentation, and I now hand it over to our superintendent.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board, those of you who are here and those at home, thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for allowing me to serve as superintendent for another month. Tonight we have an outstanding principal who's going to come before us and share the wonderful and amazing things that are happening at her school, Broadmoor Elementary. So at this time, I ask Ms. Kaylin Jones, who is the principal at Broadmoor Elementary, to come forward and share with us. You can pull that mic down, Kaylin, if you need to. There you go.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Before I get started, I actually have a message from my students that I'm going to share out first.
Breaking news. This just in, our proud principal, Ms. Jones, is currently representing at the EBR School Committee of the Whole.
That's right. A special shout out to our superintendent, Mr. Cole, and all of our EBR school board members, Ms. Strings, Thank you for representing the Littlebugs with confidence and pride.
And now, the moment everyone's been waiting for. The room grows quiet, attention locked in. This is leadership. This is pride. This is the little bucks on display. Take it away, Ms. Jones.
It will be difficult to follow after them, but I am grateful for the opportunity to be here tonight. I also want to give a huge shout out to my team that's here this evening. We have...
Tell them to stand so we can see everybody.
Yes, stand on up, team. I have my two assistant principals, Ms. Jennifer Stewart and Ms. Gia Washington, and one of our veteran kindergarten teachers for 41 years, Ms. Holland. So for demographics this evening, we have our enrollment at 616 students. We serve the grade levels for pre-K through 5th grade, and we specialize in visual and performing arts communication magnet. As you all saw, we have our very own broadcasting studio and a podcast studio. We service about 54% economically disadvantaged students, 67.9% African American, 16% ESS students, and we have one of the largest growing English language learners population in the district with 13%. So we started off this school year on the move. Broadmoor is on the move. We told our teachers, our paras, our speech therapists, our APEs, we let them know that every number fuels a story. Every story drives success. And with that in mind, we drove them to Celebration Station. On the first day that the teachers returned back to school, we were able to gather our entire staff. Everyone was invited, and we brought them to Celebration Station so that we can put policy into practice. And we told the teachers that we were going to be moving forward with a more data-driven school, and the teachers drove us straight to a 64.2C. Y'all give it up for the staff of Broadmoor. For the old scale is considered a 64.2% C. The new scale is considered 37.3% C. You all can see that throughout the years, initially, Broadmoor was performing at a D average as far back as 2021 with a 58.9%. And we said we're not a D school. So we were able to grow to initially a 60.2% C, then a 64.2% C, and now we are projecting for 2026 school year a 44.3 B. And I do want to shout out my superintendent for bringing the principals in. We had a meeting with him and his board to review what do we need to do, what are the low-hanging fruit in order to move our school. So I am claiming and projecting that 7% growth to get to a 44.3 B. That's right. So with our LEAP performance, we made sure to bring our parents in. You all can see a parent assessment night was held last week. Our parents always show up and show out to the point we have to expand into the cafeteria. And we were able to share with them what assessments the students are taking and how their students are performing, and then what they can do at home to support us. We made sure to focus on the bottom 30% of students that we have to grow according to the new scale. And we also made sure to celebrate those small wins. So at the bottom of the screen, you all will see our students get to go to the Buck store. It's full of toys, candy, games, oh my. And they work towards that, as well as the teachers get a first place winner ribbon on their door every time their students have the highest proficiency scores every week, with a little song, a little dance, a little music. It's so much fun. We also have our DIBELS data that we're focusing on. We started off with 37.3% proficient at the beginning of the school year, and by December, we only showed a 1.2% growth. So we know that that's an area we really want to focus in and on for our DIBELS data, so that we can target the 30%, the bottom 30% that aren't doing well in DIPLs in K through 3. Focused on small group intervention and utilizing some of our community partners like Cortana Kiwanis, VIPS, SOAR that have been helping us along the way to close those gaps. As we stated before, we do have a growing English language learner population, so our students will be taking the ELP test very soon. So we just wanted to highlight that even the Department of Education came to Broadmoor in the fall in order to see what are we doing to support those kids. They were able to see that good first teaching is always the best way to support students, with supporting the teachers, doing inclusion, and also pull out for students that are in need of additional support. We also have differentiated strategies that we utilize for our ESS students that also need support. You all got to see earlier our students broadcasting from the broadcasting news station WBUC. And we recently had a ribbon cutting for WBUC. We also have a podcast room that students get to record and discuss important topics and share out with the school. And one of the main things that they love to highlight are our sports at Broadmoor. Before I was principal there were no sports at Broadmoor Elementary, even though the district was offering sports in the parish. So I wanted to make sure that the kids had that as an outlet. Right now, we have pre-K through 5th grade participating in every sport. That's football, soccer, volleyball, track, and cheer. These are some of our community partners that, again, show up and show out every week. VIPS comes to the school as often as the staff, so I told them they are additional coworkers, and we're just grateful that they're always there to support. At the beginning of last school year, the board mentioned Broadmoor Elementary having access to kids orchestra. So I just wanted to bring that back to the top, just to say thank you all for allowing Broadmoor to be a part of that, because to our top right, our students just finished one of their first performances. And I can't forget about Broadmoor High School. We're the little bucks, they're the big bucks, and they take care of their little people. We have an upcoming event that everyone is invited to. We have curriculum night. It's on February 11th at 5:30. We have Mr. Steve coming out from WAFB. A lot of community support that's showing up and showing out to have fun and games with the students, just to continue to get them excited about education. And at the beginning of this semester, we started off with a sparkling water and cider toast to 2026, just to ring in the new school year. And each person on the board received a handout. We want to make sure that you always have Broadmoor on your mind. So this paper will allow you to get to our Instagram, our Facebook, the school website, our YouTube page, in case you ever want to watch our morning announcements from WBUC or hear our podcast. You will have access to that just by clicking any of these links. And that's Broadmoor. Thank y'all so much.
Excellent job, Ms. Jones. Keep up the excellent work, and, you know, I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Moving along to item D, items for consideration.
Point of order, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
A few board members wanted.
Yeah, I just noticed it. Ms. Sule.
Miss Jones, come back. Miss Jones, how long have you been at Broadmoor?
2 years as of January 4th.
Well, you are doing a fabulous job. Thank you. Thank you. And I really appreciate the one sheet with the QR code. That is fabulous.
That's the team. They created
And I really loved hearing about the parent assessment night. What a great idea, so that parents can feel more invested in what's happening in the school. And then what a great idea to take your teachers to go-kart riding. Next time, invite the board. 'Cause
Okay.
some of us like to go-kart.
I sure will.
You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Martin. I'm sorry, Mr. Russ.
Yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of another. Ms. Jones, thank you for your presentation. Emily asked a couple of questions I was going to ask, but do you have a PTA or a parent PTO?
We sure do. They were at the school today. They requested to sell some snacks in order to raise money, in order to give it right back to the school. Today, they walked around to each teacher's classroom and passed out early Valentine's treats to the teachers just to love on them. So that's the kind of support that I have received since the moment I got to Broadmoor, and the PTO continues to show love and support our students and our staff. They will be at curriculum night next week as well.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. Great job on the success y'all have had in growing the students and the school there. That's a big deal to turn a school from a D to almost a B, right?
That's
like
right.
fingers crossed. So
sir.
we'll be rooting for you to do that. Is there anything that this board or that your superintendent can do to support you, that a resource you don't have? I know we've got facilities over there. If you got something, a leaky pipe or something, so now's the time to ask.
So I can't ask for more because every time that we request support, it happens. That's the truth. That is the truth. We recently, over the summer, received support with getting our walls painted. That was a big bag that I had, and facilities took care of that immediately. The district itself, we have a lot of district support that comes into the schools and supports my leadership team and my teachers instructionally without hesitation. And also, there's a new move where we have a cohort of principals that have been receiving professional development in small settings, and that just helps to feel safe and receive and learn, and then bring it right back to your school. So I can't ask for anything more.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're checking the mail.
Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. You're obviously doing a great job there, and we appreciate it. I just wanted to specifically call out my appreciation for your focus on reading, particularly K through 3, because if they hit 3rd grade without being able to read, their prospects go way down. And so I really applaud your intense focus on that, and please keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Mr. Gode.
Yes, thank you. Everyone has said everything up till now before, but thanks again for your hard work. I just couldn't let it go by with my wife being an alumni of Broadmoor Elementary School. That you guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a teacher here? Did you say?
Yes. Miss Holland, she's one of our veteran kindergarten teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the rest of our staff is watching online, so I want to say hello to them and thank them for tuning in.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Thank you.
Moving along to item D, items for consideration. Number 1, professional service agreement renewal, City of Baton Rouge. Consideration of a request for the approval to renew a contract between the East Baton Rouge Parish School Board and the City of Baton Rouge in the amount of $134,110 to be paid to East Baton Rouge Parish School System to allow the East Baton Rouge Parish School System Department of Adult and Continuing Education to continue providing adult education classes and high-set testing for inmates at the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison from January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. Do you have a presentation? Okay. Mr. Martin.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I was at Rotary Club yesterday, and the speaker was Sheriff Gautreaux, and one of the items that he mentioned was the success of the educational programs going on in our prison. And so with that, I will move approval of this item.
Okay. I have a motion by, I'm sorry. I have a motion by Mr. Martin, and I have a second by Mr. Russ. Do I have any public comments? I don't have any online comments. Do I have any additional board comments? Madam Secretary. Oh, I'm sorry. All those in favor of this item say yes.
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 All those in opposition say no. Madam Secretary.
Please vote.
I'm signing in right now.
I'm sorry, I made you do the invocation.
Appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I did.
For the record, we're just waiting on board member Martin.
It's coming up now.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Moving along to item 2, professional service contract, campus safety products. Consideration of a request for the approval of a professional service contract between the East Baton Rouge Parish School Board and campus safety products in the amount of $249,000 with an additional amount of $210,000.
Excuse me, before y'all leave, I want to acknowledge our director who runs the DODED and his team. They came out tonight, so I just want to acknowledge the work that you all are doing. Continue to do the awesome work. Silly appreciate you, Dr. Cato, and the team. Y'all do a phenomenal job over there. Thank you so much.
But before y'all leave, since you all came, Dr. Cato, can you introduce your staff, please? Since you guys came down, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, good evening, everyone, board members, Superintendent Cole, President Stewart, distinguished board members. We'd like to, well, what I want to do is, I'm the director, Dr. Cato, but I want them to acknowledge who they are and tell them the role, if you don't mind.
No.
That way it gives us a chance to kind of say what they want to say. Thank you all for the.
I only have 2 words.
Yes, sir.
Be brief.
Yes, your name and what you do. Your name and what you do.
Good evening. My name is Stacy Williams. I'm the administrative assistant to the great Dr. Kador. I do everything.
I know, right?
Good evening. My name is Dr. Vicki Tolliver August. I'm the educational diagnostician and the ESS specialist. I'm responsible for ensuring that adult students are getting the accommodations that they truly need. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is LaShonda Gordon. I'm the lead instructor at the center, and I oversee all the center instructors and activities going on in the center.
Good evening. I am Princess Newbold. I am the lead teacher of curriculum at all the sites, and I work to make sure that the students get the one-on-one attention that they need, as well as small group.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Reed. I'm the high set examiner at Krista McAuliffe Adult Learning Center. Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Vicki Tangy. I'm co-lead teacher for the ESL program, Adult ESL. Thanks for having us in.
And I can't leave without acknowledging Mr. Adam Smith, my executive director, Dr. Lockett, and Chief Williams for supporting us so much. Thank you all again for all your support and all your hard work.
All right, thank you guys for coming.
I like that, Dr. Cato. You know how to be brief. I like that.
He want a picture? Get a picture. Picture? No, that's fine. Good. No, I want to get in a picture. Okay, moving along. Back to item 2, professional service contract, campus safety products. Consideration of a request for the approval of a professional service contract between the East Baton Rouge Parish School Board and campus safety products in the amount of $249,000 with an additional amount of $210,720 to be paid by the Baton Rouge Area Foundation to provide a fully Code Complement Shelter-in-Place Rapid Lockdown Solution to 5 high schools. Funding source Title IV and Baton Rouge Area Foundation. Any public comments? No public comments. Board comments. Ms. Sule.
Board member Powell Lewis and myself and Superintendent Cole were all there to get to see the presentation at the BRAF office, and it was very impressive to see what what can do to protect our kids and our teachers and our staff. Hopefully we never are in need of it, but I appreciate the work to bring it in, and I appreciate the community's help to make sure that we could get it here.
Mr. Gode.
Thank you. Two things. One, I move that we adopt the proposal as given. And secondly, I've already had this conversation with the superintendent, but I think this is an excellent product. It's simple, so it works. And I think it's something that'll last for a long time. But I also mentioned that the fact that we have many, many elementary schools with exterior doors. And so I think it's the kind of thing that needs to be expanded through the district. I realize financially we can't do everything at one time, but I think this is a good first step, and I encourage us to continue to take additional steps so we can have all of these, all of our exterior doors protected this way, because there are many, many, many schools in the elementary space that have exterior doors for entrance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gode, and I agree with you as well. Mr. Martin.
Thank you. I support this item, but anytime we're voting on a security product, one of the points I feel compelled to make is that the active shooter is one particular threat that we face, certainly very severe. If that happens, the outcome is very dire, and this is a wonderful protection against that. That's why I support it. But other things are much more likely to occur than that. And so whenever we think of security issues, to my mind, one of the most, it's really about prioritization, which Mr. Gode touched on just a second ago. The funds that we're spending on this are funds that we're not spending on, say, fencing or a call system that would allow people to faster respond to student fights or brawls or something like that. I support this, but I want to make sure we continue to look at this in a continuum and a prioritization, because it's very easy. We've seen and voted down other security programs in the past because there were too much money or we hadn't done a comprehensive review of that. So I just want to encourage us to continue to look at security very comprehensively, not just focus on the worst case scenario when there's a good product that we can buy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Mr. Russ.
Thank you. I just want to ask, well, first I'll say this is a particular item that constituents have specifically contacted me about in the past, and so I'm pleased to see that we are going to at least try something, which is more than what we've done in the past in this regard. So in that vein, I want to know, I guess from a long-term perspective, or at least for this particular contract, how are we going to measure the success of this product, and understand if we should further invest? What I hate, I love that we're going to do this, and we're going to do it in a measured way, and we're not just going to try to spend $1 million. But what I don't want to do is do these 5 schools, and then 5 years later, that's all we've ever done, right? So I'd like a broader understanding of like what's the big plan here.
Well, the big plan would be to work with the community to invest in our school system. As I've gone around and talked to different organizations about how they can support and where they want to support, this was the area that the Baton Rouge Area Foundation, other business developers said they wanted to support the school and in terms of safety, and they were willing to help raise money if we were willing to identify dollars we could use. So we identified the grant dollars. I think the one thing that we never really talk about, because we hope doesn't happen, is that we're prepared in the event of an active shooter situation. So we're going to have regular drills where we see if those devices work on the doors to ensure that when we do these drills, we can lock the campuses down. I think the other piece is not just an active shooter piece. If we have a natural weather disaster where we want to keep kids sheltered in place, and we want to make sure that they're not able to exit or no one's able to come in. We can use this as a mechanism to do that so they can shelter in place. We know in recent years we've had some natural weather disasters where we needed to keep people sheltered in place. I think in addition to that, not just the active shooter piece, but we know and we recognize that there's oftentimes things that happen around our schools, at banks or at other locations, at other businesses, where the assailant may run onto our campus, and we want to make sure that we keep them. So we'll start with the drills. We'll start with drills to make sure that the device itself works. Then what we will continue to do is speak to the community about other ways they can help to raise money to support what we're doing. For me, when they said, or the business community said this is a way they wanted to invest and support, and we had some Title IV dollars we could use specifically for safety, I thought it was a great way to partner with the community to implement the devices to show that we want to work with our community to continue to provide safety features in our school that we know are going to help to keep our kids safe in the event that there's a tragedy, but also in the event that there's a natural weather disaster. But in addition to that, to help our teachers and our students and our families know we're doing everything we can. And so when we run those drills, active shooter drills, weather disaster drills, tornado drills, they can see how we're prepared to provide safety and shelter for our students. So those are the ways we're going to measure whether or not the devices work. Hopefully we never have a real-time situation, but we're going to continue to measure how the devices work and if they work. And we know that this particular device is being deployed at the Pentagon and at other governmental buildings around the country. So we want to be on the cutting edge of everything we're doing to keep our kids safe.
Thank you, Superintendent Cole.
Okay, that's all for our board comments. I had a motion by Mr. Gode, right? And did I have a second? Ms. Sule. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition say nay. Madam Secretary, can you call for a vote, please?
Please vote. Motion carries.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving along to item 3, indefinite delivery selection. Consideration of a request for the approval of the 2026 Selection Committee's recommendation of architectural, civil, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, geotechnical, and environmental services for the tax plan and district projects. Do I have any public comments? No cards? No online comments? Mr. Martin.
Thank you. Mr. Gilbert, you can keep walking up here. I think I understand this, but I just want to make sure I'm right on a couple of points. So as I read the memo, y'all have solicited proposals from firms for architecture, civil engineering, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and geotechnical environmental.
Correct.
And y'all have received responses to that proposal already.
Correct.
And you've got a selection committee of some sort that has identified the top 5.
Yes.
If we had 5, it looks like some of them, there was only one, maybe in civil engineering.
Civil engineering and geo, and then geotechnical, but those two.
Yeah. And so then, will but you're only going to award one contract in each category? Is that correct, or?
Correct.
Okay. So the selection committee will continue its work of evaluating the proposals from each of these firms, and then ultimately make a decision as to which is the most appropriate contract, vendor to contract with.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That sounds great. I move approval.
I have a motion by Mr. Martin. Do I have a second by Mr. Gode? Do I have any other board comments? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition? Madam Secretary, can you call for the vote, ma'am?
Please vote. Motion carries. Oh, wait, sorry. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving to the next item, number 4, tax plan Proposition 1, Budget Supplement. Consideration of a request for the approval of Tax Plan Proposition 1 Budget Supplement request to allow for additional funding in the amount of $16,750,000 to supplement upcoming projects at McKinley High School and the new, $7 million, and the new elementary school in the southern part of the parish, $9,750,000. Are there any public comments? Hold on one second. I do have an online comment.
Point of order, I think we have a presentation.
We do?
Judith, do we have a presentation?
Okay, come on, Miss Judith.
And before Judith does her presentation, I am going to request that this item be sent to the full board with our recommendation. Since this item appeared on the agenda, I've had a number of questions from board members who are here and those who are not, and we're going to have some information that we're going to share with you between now and the next 2 weeks, so you're fully aware of the impact this supplement will have on the district relative to other items that things that may take place in the very near future. And so I want to make sure you have a very clear picture based on the questions that were asked of us, and I want to make sure we get that to you so you can make a fully informed vote.
Point of order further on that point, Superintendent, is the additional information that's being gathered and prepared for us going to kind of supersede the presentation that's been prepared that Ms. Anderson might be about to
It'll be
give?
in addition to.
In addition to?
But if you would rather have the presentation at the full board meeting with that information included, we can do that.
For myself, I would just as soon wait and hear it all at one time.
Yeah, I agree. If they're going to, and I wasn't aware that you're going to do it, but since we do have other board members that had questions as well, so that you guys don't have to present again next week, I would recommend that they just do the presentation at the regular board meeting, if that's okay with you, Sue.
That's fine if you all accept my request
everybody.
to send without recommendation.
So do I.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I move we refer this matter to the full board without recommendation.
And I have a second? Thank you. I have the motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Russ.
Public comment.
There aren't any public comments, but I do have a online comment that I want to read. Robert Attenberry, please pause allocating more funds to construction companies. While tariffs and immigration raids will increase construction costs, these should be anticipated and addressed proactively. Explore alternatives. Emily Landry, the lack of updates on the tax plan is disheartening. Often, impacted communities are left uninformed and stakeholder participation is aggressively discouraged. What happened to the other projects that are on hold for the other sites? Transparency in fund allocation is lacking. When was the last time all communities involved in the tax plan received an update? Whether it's tax plan funds or large grants that disappear into the EBR Schools Employment Agency, transparency is lacking. We are patronized for needing education on these matters, yet no one visits the communities for genuine stakeholder engagement. Yvonne Johnson, it's hard to see this additional spending when our crowded schools don't have dedicated resource teachers and full-time single-site school nurses. Everyone claims we prioritize students, but where's the evidence that increased project funding leads to improved outcomes? The same applies to larger federal grants. Should we allocate funds for non-school-based administrative jobs, leaving classrooms overcrowded, but then pressure under-resourced school staff to exploit students for optics and audits? The McKinley High community deserves better and has been neglected. This issue extends beyond McKinley High building. It's about transparency and leadership in all financial matters that impact students. And that concludes the online comments. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition say no. Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Please vote. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving along to item 5. which is the RFQ New High School in the southern part of the parish. Consideration of a request to authorize the superintendent and staff to A, issue a request for qualifications, RFQ, for architectural design consulting for the new high school in the southern part of the parish. B, upon completion of the RFQ process, to authorize the superintendent and selection committee to select an architectural design consulting firm. Funding source, tax plan proposition 1, Ms. Anderson, Mr. Gilbert. Are there any public comments? And I believe there is an online comment. James Finney, I recommend deferring this selection until after the results of the spring election are known. Because the election has the danger of causing the district to be divided into two different entities with the boundary very close to this site, it would be prudent to see if this money would be better split between two new high schools, one in each portion of the balkanized district. And that concludes the online comments. Do I have a motion for item 5? I have a motion by Mr. Martin, and I have a second by Ms. Sule. Mr. Martin.
I just wanted to make the motion to support the item.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition say no. Madam Secretary, can you call for the vote?
Please vote. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving to item 6, policy BBGA-Legislative activity, consideration of a request for the approval of policy BBGA-Legislative activity. Do I have any public comments? I do have an online comment. James Finney, having such a policy seems wise, but this item should be deferred until the draft policy has been formatted into its proposed final form. Please defer consideration of this policy until at least the March Committee of the Whole. And that concludes the online comments for this item. Do I have a motion for item 6? I have a motion by Ms. Sule and a second by Mr. Russ.
No,
Oh, I'm
actually
sorry.
not
Oh,
a
you have a
second.
comment? Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I had a comment.
I'm sorry. Mr. Martin?
Oh,
But no, I believe he had he
Oh.
wanted to make the motion because there's an amendment.
Okay.
yes, there's an amended version
Okay.
of this document that Mr. Shamlin has that he's
Okay.
going to provide, that Mr. Gode and I discussed some changes and wanted to present to the board. So I would like to move that we adopt this amended version.
And just for the record, Mr. Russ, that amended version will be uploaded during the meeting for public review before final approval at the regular meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have a motion on the floor by Mr. Russ to adopt the amended version of the new policy. Do I have a second for that?
Yeah.
Miss Sule. Miss Sule seconds that. I'm sorry. And so, Mr. Martin. Oh, okay, so, and that was what Mr. Russ, that's what you wanted to say? Okay. Mr. Gode.
Yeah, and before anyone raises the point, the board members were all mailed the amended version today, so they've had a chance to read it. We're not pulling something on, but we will have a chance to review it again at the regular board meeting. But I just wanted to make sure everyone understood, the board members have all seen it. And it's not a big difference than what was in there originally.
Thank you, Mr. Gode. Hold on one second. Okay. So all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition say no. Madam Secretary.
Please vote. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving along to item 7, litigation. Consideration of a request for the approval of the recommendation from Gwen Shamlin, General Counsel, East Baton Rouge Parish School Board in the matter of Ariana Bell et al. Versus East Baton Rouge Parish School Board et al., docket number 743967, section 33, 19th Judicial District Court for the East Baton Rouge and related matters. There will be an executive session. Do I have any public comments? I don't have any online. Do I have no board comments? Do I have a motion? I have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Russ. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those in opposition say no. Madam Secretary.
Please vote. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving along to item 8. Litigation, consideration of a request for the approval of the recommendation from Gwen Shamlin, General Counsel, EBR PSB, in the matter of Ryan and Catherine Hart on behalf of minor child, docket number 2024-5001, DOE IDEA and related, hold on a second, related matters. Do I have any public comments? I do have an online comment from Phyllis Davies on IDEA. This may be an uncomfortable truth, but we must confront the extent to which we spend money denying children access to their free and fair education. Knowing that most parents lack the resources to pursue legal action, ESS is a significant issue for EBR schools, and it's an administrative decision to allow it to persist. If we aspire to greatness, we must address the detrimental effects of ESS, including the associated litigation costs and enrollment declines. And that concludes the online comments. Do I have a motion for item 8? I have a motion by Mr. Martin, and I have a second by Mr. Russ. I know, right? And I was waiting for you too. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those in opposition say no. Madam Secretary, can you call for the vote?
Please vote. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving along to item E, next meeting dates and announcements. Regular meeting to be held on February 19th, 2026 at 5 p.m. in the Central Office Boardroom. Committee of the Whole meeting to be held on March 5th, 2026 at 5 p.m. in the Central Office. I do have an announcement as well to make. There is a mass gospel choir by EBR that will facilitate a performance, Make a Joyful Noise, which will be held tomorrow, February 6th at 6:30 p.m. The admissions is $10, and it will be at the Independence Park Theater, and we would love everyone to come and join us to encourage and have our students perform and, you know, encourage them and support them. So I would like to see a lot of you out there at the performance tomorrow at 6:30. And with that being said, that concludes our board meeting, and we are adjourned.